Karl Marx, a name that echoes through the annals of history as a revolutionary thinker and philosopher. A multifaceted intellectual, Marx wore many hats: philosopher, economist, historian, sociologist, political theorist, journalist, and socialist revolutionary. His profound insights and radical ideas have shaped our understanding of socio-economic systems, rippling through time to influence modern thought. A man of immense significance, his enduring legacy continues to impact the world even today. Born in the heart of Prussia in the city of Trier, his journey began on May 5, 1818. Marx, a child of a wealthy middle-class family, started his intellectual journey in a world of privilege. Born in the city of Trier in the Rhineland of Western Germany, Marx was the third of 9 children in a family of Jewish lineage. However, anti-Semitic laws of the time aimed at marginalizing Jews prompted his father, Heinrich Marx, to convert to Christianity. Influenced by the Enlightenment ideals that his father held dear, Marx received private education at home before attending the University of Bonn. His time at Bonn was brief and somewhat tumultuous, marked by a duel and time in a prison cell. His father then transferred him to the University of Berlin, a hub of intellectual and political activity. Here, Marx immersed himself in the study of law and philosophy. His life took a decisive turn when he encountered the philosophy of G.W.F. Hegel, a German philosopher who became a major influence on Marx's own thinking. It was at the University of Berlin where Marx was introduced to the works of G.W.F. Hegel, which would greatly influence his own thinking. Marx's philosophy and revolutionary ideas were not born in isolation. They were the result of a fertile intellectual environment he found himself in, and his own relentless curiosity and critical thinking. While studying at the University of Berlin, Marx was exposed to a group of radical thinkers known as the Young Hegelians. They were a group of intellectuals who challenged the existing social and political order and were deeply influenced by the philosopher Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel. Marx became an integral part of this passionate group, engaging in heated debates and absorbing the revolutionary ideas that were in the air. But Marx was not just a passive recipient of these ideas. He was also a critical thinker who was not afraid to challenge the ideas he encountered. Take religion, for instance. Marx was deeply critical of religion, viewing it as a tool used by the ruling classes to keep the masses in check. He famously described religion as the opium of the people, a sentiment that reflected his belief that religion was used to numb the masses to their exploitation. However, it was in the realm of societal structures and historical development that Marx's thinking truly became revolutionary. He developed the theory of historical materialism, a lens through which to view the unfolding of history. According to Marx, the economic base, or the mode of production, shapes the superstructure, which includes culture, politics, and religion. In essence, our economic conditions determine our societal structures and beliefs. Marx's belief was that capitalism, the prevailing economic system of his time, was inherently exploitative, leading to a class struggle between the proletariat, the working class, and the bourgeoisie, the owners of the means of production. Marx believed that this class struggle was the driving force of history, and that it would inevitably lead to a proletarian revolution and the establishment of a communist society. Marx's revolutionary ideas began taking shape, setting the stage for his later works. His unique perspective of society, economy, and history would lay the groundwork for his critique of capitalism and his vision of a communist future. In 1844, Marx met another revolutionary thinker who would become his lifelong collaborator, Friedrich Engels. Their friendship was a meeting of minds, a bond forged in the fires of the Industrial Revolution, where both men observed the exploitation of the working class. Engels, the son of a wealthy industrialist, was privy to the harsh realities of factory life. Marx, with his philosophical mind, found in Engels a partner who could provide the empirical evidence to support his theories. Both men shared a common vision: a society where workers were not just cogs in the wheel of industry, but were valued and given their fair share. Their collaboration led to the creation of several seminal works, the most prominent being the Communist Manifesto. Published in 1848, This pamphlet was a clarion call to the workers of the world, urging them to unite and overthrow the bourgeoisie. Their joint works were not limited to just theoretical treatises. They were actively involved in workers' movements across Europe, using their writings to inspire and mobilize the masses. Their ideas were a beacon of hope for those trapped in the drudgery of factory life, a vision of a world where their labor was valued and they had a say in their future. Together, they painted a vivid picture of a new world order. In 1867, Marx unveiled his Magnum Opus, Das Kapital. A behemoth of a work, Das Kapital is a critical analysis of capitalism and its practical economic application. But what exactly does it entail? At its heart, Das Kapital is a critique of capitalism. Marx argued that capitalism, as an economic system, is inherently exploitative. In a capitalist society, the working class or proletariat sells their labor to the bourgeoisie or capitalist class for a wage. However, the value of the labor provided by the proletariat, Marx argued, is always greater than the wage they receive. This surplus value, he posited, is the source of all profit under capitalism. But Marx didn't just critique capitalism. He also sought to demystify it. He dissected the capitalist mode of production, peeling back its layers to reveal the underlying dynamics of exploitation. He examined the nature of commodities, the role of labor in the production of value, and the way in which capital accumulates and expands. Marx's critique of capitalism was not just an economic argument. It was also a political and sociological one. He saw capitalism as a system that not only exploited workers economically, but also alienated them from their labor, from themselves, and from each other. The influence of Das Kapital cannot be understated. It has shaped economic thought, inspired political movements, and informed sociological theory. It has been a rallying cry for workers' rights, a blueprint for alternative economic systems, and a lens through which to view and understand the world. Despite being over a century and a half old, Das Kapital remains as relevant today as it was when it was first published. The questions it raises about inequality, exploitation, and alienation still resonate in our contemporary world. And so, even as we grapple with the complexities of the 21st century economy, we find ourselves returning to Marx's Magnum Opus, seeking answers, insights, and understanding. Whether one agrees with Marx's conclusions or not, one thing is clear. Das Kapital remains a cornerstone of modern economic thought. Karl Marx's journey ended on March 14, 1883, but his ideas continue to resonate. His death marked the end of a life dedicated to a radical vision of society, a vision that has had an indelible impact on the world. Marx's theories on capitalism, class struggle, and historical materialism have shaped political systems, inspired revolutions, and sparked intense debates. Even today, over a century later, his influence is palpable. You can see Marx's fingerprints on various aspects of contemporary society, in labor movements, in the critique of capitalist economies, in the fight against economic disparity. His ideas, controversial as they may be, have transcended time and continue to offer a lens through which we can view and critique the social and economic structures around us. Marx's legacy is far from one-dimensional. It's a tapestry of ideas, woven into the fabric of our shared history, philosophy, and political discourse. Karl Marx, a name that continues to inspire, provoke, and challenge us. From a child in Trier to a revolutionary thinker, Karl Marx's life was a testament to the power of ideas. His early years laid the foundation for a mind that would reshape the world. His revolutionary thoughts, born from a keen observation of society's inner workings, challenged the status quo, sparking debates that continue to this day. His collaboration with Friedrich Engels further refined his ideas, culminating in works that would become the cornerstone of many socio-economic theories. Das Kapital, Marx's magnum opus, remains a pivotal text in understanding capitalism's intricacies and the inherent class struggles it fosters. Marx's legacy endures, his ideas etched into the annals of history, their influence seen in numerous social, political, and economic reforms throughout the last 2 centuries. In the grand theater of history, Karl Marx remains a pivotal figure, his ideas echoing through the ages. Thank you for journeying with us in the life of this remarkable man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this.